Hello, everyone, and welcome to this intermediate level ESL listening practice. In this activity, you'll experience how language is used in everyday scenarios, just like a native speaker would encounter. However, please note that the stories and situations in this audio are entirely fictional and created solely for English listening practice. Before we dive in, take a moment to pause the video and check out the questions in the description box. These questions will help you focus on key details as you listen. When you're ready, hit play and let's get started. Are you ready? Let's begin.
Last weekend, I decided to try cooking something totally new, something I saw on my favorite TV show, Cooking Stars. The recipe was for this fancy dessert called Chocolate Lava Surprise. It looks super cool on the show because when you cut it open, melted chocolate pours out like lava. I thought, how hard can it be? Well, turns out harder than I expected. First, I had to convince my mom to let me use the kitchen. She was a bit worried because, well, let's just say, I'm not exactly known for my cooking skills. After watching the tutorial a couple of times, I wrote down the ingredients. We went to the store, and I had to hunt down stuff like dark chocolate, heavy cream, and something called cocoa powder. Back home, I followed the instructions step by step, or at least I tried to. Mixing the ingredients was fine, but when it came to melting the chocolate, I accidentally burned the first batch. The kitchen smelled awful, and my mom almost made me stop right there. But I gave it another go. This time, I watched the pan like a hawk. Next came the tricky part, baking the lava cakes. The recipe said to bake them for exactly 12 minutes. Not 10, not 15, but 12. I set a timer, but I kept opening the oven to check, and my mom kept yelling, "Stop letting the heat out!" When I finally took them out of the oven, they didn't look as perfect as the ones on TV. I mean, they weren't disasters or anything, but they were kinda lopsided. And when I cut into the first one, guess what? No lava. The chocolate just sat there all solid and sad. But you know what? The cake still tasted pretty good. My little brother even said, "Not bad for your first try." So, even though I didn't nail the recipe, I had fun, and I learned a lot. Next time, I'll make sure to practice a bit more before trying something so fancy. Have you ever tried cooking something and had it go totally wrong? I'd love to hear your stories.